not only gold and cigarettes that are being smuggled. A little while ago, the United States government announced that weapons, ammunition, and materials of war were loaded onto the sanctioned Russian ship, the Lady R, when she docked at your government's naval base in Simonstown last December. This suggests that the ANC government is actively arming Russian soldiers and
Order, honorable members,
who are
please.
murdering and maiming innocent people, not only in Ukraine, but also across the African continent. It's been half a year now since the scandal of the Lady R docking in Simonstown broke, and I find it inconceivable that a president worth his salt would not have been briefed on the situation by now. Mr. President, can you confirm whether weapons of war were loaded on board that Russian ship before she left Simonstown? Thank you.
Thank you, the leader of the opposition.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Whilst Mr. Steenhuisen puffs off his anger and is performing, I wanted to say, Ms. Honorable Steenhuisen, Simonstown, it's not what you call your government's Simonstown. It is South Africa's. It belongs to the people of South Africa. No, I wanted to correct you. And I want you to be patriotic and regard installations as important as those as belonging to the people of South Africa. So I want you not to be derisive, and I don't want you also to be as insulting as you are about things and installations such as those. It belongs to the people of South Africa. Having said that, we are all aware of the news that we all became aware of the Lady R, and that whole matter, Honorable Steenhuisen, is being looked into. No, it isn't. It's being looked into, and whilst the process continues, I want you to allow that process to continue to reach its fruition. I know that you are so keen. You are so keen and you are so interested in knowing exactly what happened. The matter, yes, the matter is being looked into, and in time we'll be able to speak about it.
So guys, welcome again to the WSXM podcast. So let's get into this video. So there you see Ramaphosa responding to the allegation of the arms loading on the Russian ship. And the gentleman that he started speaking he's the leader of the opposition. But that's the same person who said that he's gonna arrest Putin if Putin set foot in South Africa. That same guy, white guy, is there running him out to President Ramaphosa. So let's get towards Ramaphosa response, which is weak to me. He's telling the guy he must be patriotic, which means he must stick with his country. But Ramaphosa have done a lot of questionable things when it comes down to South Africa, as the president. He make a lot of things slide with the ICC issue, where he look weak and not standing up to America when it comes down to arresting Putin. He should have said flat out, it will not happen because he's a founding member of the BRICS, which is as well as Russia, India, Russia, India, China, and that. So he should be standing tall. That's also Julius Malema, which is another South African parliament leader of one of the third biggest party in South Africa. You have to be more upstanding and more loyal, because Russia was the only country that helps South Africa during apartheid, giving them weapons, soldiers to fight against the apartheid government. And you cannot forget things like that. And it's the only country that helps, is one of the countries that helps South Africa financially during apartheid time as well. So you cannot now turn your back or be more standoffish. You should say it out loud and clear. South Africa stands with Russia on this because they stand with us during apartheid time. America, who's being this talking about arresting Putin, they take side with the apartheid government in the early 60s and 70s when they take side and was against the ANC then. And now, fast forward a couple of decades forward, now all of a sudden they are the moral police and talking about they can't help this country when they themselves helped kill South Africans during apartheid time. So Ramaphosa response is weak, but what investigation? That don't need an investigation. It's a flat out. That's not your business. Lower that alone. So this idea that he's gonna do investigation. That even shouldn't come out of his mouth. He should just tell America, if you want to accuse me of supplying Russia, bring the evidence. I don't need to bring evidence to you. I don't need to fight the investigation. You is the one who accuse me. Bring your evidence forward. Then we can talk. But this idea that they're going to do investigation is a weak response. This is why I cannot. Ramaphosa, he don't deserve to be the president of South Africa because he's too weak. He don't have any backbone. He too like to lay back. Cause look how he allowing this man to speak to him in parliament. That was me. That can never happen. You have to be more respectful. That's very disrespectful than the attitude you have towards Ramaphosa. But again, Ramaphosa allow white people to talk to him like that for a while now. If this was Julius Malema, it would be a whole different conversation. But Ramaphosa on this, he's not standing up as a BRICS member, as a founding member of the BRICS and one of the five, because this is also an attack because BRICS summit is in August. So this now is also to show doubt and to try to cause conflict before they have the August meeting for BRICS to make other countries join. This is an American attempt to do that and also to destabilize South Africa with the REN. As I said in the previous video, the REN is now dropped low. So again, this president, he's too weak to be the president of South Africa. And he's a puppet as far as I'm concerned. We need Julius Malema to be the next president of South Africa, which is election is next year. So I hope they vote for me. So anyway, thanks for watching, thanks for listening. It's a WSXN podcast. I don't know. Peace, one love. Boom.